Hello, racing fans, and welcome to this edition of Countdown to the Cup. Now, we've seen throughout the latter part of the year a lot of defections with the older horses in the Classic division, but one of the horses that we might have forgot about is Cigar Street, a horse that early last year actually won the skip away there at Gulfstream Park and beat a nice field. Take Charge Indy was second in that race, and had a chance to talk with his owner, Jake Ballas, and as we know, he had to miss quite a bit of time with a condylar fracture, at least a year for that injury, but they were hoping to get him started off earlier in the year, but he kind of had minor setbacks throughout the year, and finally, he got to make that long-awaited comeback race over a muddy track at Saratoga. He ran second, and then they shipped him to Churchill Downs, and he got a nice confidence builder there in the Homecoming Stakes where he beat Departing. So he is confirmed to go in the Breeders' Cup Classic, and Johnny Velasquez also is confirmed to ride Cigar Street. So Jake Ballas is telling me he'll have a couple more works there at Belmont, and then he'll ship about 5 or 6 days before the Breeders' Cup Classic there to Santa Anita. And as for the trip, they're hoping that with the speed up front with Big Casanova and Moreno and maybe Bayern, he might get a good trip there right off of the pace with Johnny Velasquez. One of the 2-year-old fillies that's certainly at the top of the list is Conquest Eclipse there for Mark Casse. And this is a horse that really had a strong billing early on. Mark told me that he thought that early on when they had their babies in Florida that she was going to be one of the best, and she proved it there in the debut race at Churchill Downs. She won very convincingly. They shipped her out to San Diego at Del Mar, and a few of the horses there for the Mark Casse stable did get a little sick there once they shipped to California. So she battled a little illness. It wasn't that big of a deal, but she did run third there in the Del Mar Debutante, which was a pretty promising race considering she was coming off an illness and didn't necessarily care for the track. After that, the nice second place finish there, closing up in the Chandelier, was very promising to lead in the Juvenile Fillies. Mark told me that she's been training very well after the race, and actually she had a breeze on Saturday morning, October the 18th, where Corey Nakatani, who will ride her in the Juvenile Fillies, called Mark and just said, wow, that was nice. So very confident there for Conquest Eclipse leading in to the Juvenile Fillies. Once again, the TVG Work Show is back Saturday, Sunday, and Monday leading up to the Breeders' Cup to help you make a winning selection in this year's World Championships.